Hey everybody, I am DJ Wooldridge and this is Sam Basher. And we are here to talk about our brand new Batwoman. We've got an actress, but what could her show be like?
Let's find out.
Big news this week in the CW TV universe, the Arrowverse or the Flareverse or there is no Flashverse, that's not what we call it. But anyway, that connected universe, we've known for a while that there's going to be a multi-part crossover that includes Batwoman, and they just announced who the actress is that's going to be playing Batwoman, and it is Ruby Rose.
Oh, I was going to do a countdown.
I'm sorry.
I was going to make it more epic.
I'm so sorry.
Like people didn't already know like days ago, but we have interesting take. We actually want to talk about the crossover where she's going to be a part of it, and what her series could be, because the the rumblings are that they are pitching or developing a solo series for Batwoman, and of course everyone's like, but will they pick it up? It's like, it's Ruby Rose and it's Batwoman, so it's Bat property on CW.
And every Greg Berlanti DC show on CW they've picked up. They picked up Black Lightning, they picked up everything.
And then look at the DC app, it's like they greenlit Doom Patrol already and Stargirl and everything. We're gonna get the show. It's gonna live. And it's so cool to see Ruby Rose, but we do have some fun facts about who Batwoman is, because you're like, Batwoman, Supergirl, Superwoman, there's alternates. But Batwoman's pretty cool, and the one that we're going to be getting, Kate Kane, has a really cool history. She actually has one of my favorite intros of any character that was cool for me to read, because it's she is relatively new, but Batwoman is not. Yeah, so there was a Batwoman introduced in, I believe it was 1956. Yes.
There was also Kathy Kane, and that was actually introduced because that was after everybody was getting really hard on comics that they're not good for kids and they're disrupting our youth, and so they're like, let's give Batman a family situation. So Batwoman was in love with Batman. Instead of a utility belt, she had a utility purse. That whole shebang. But then she went away. A new writer came on and they introduced Batgirl, and Batgirl was way more popular. And actually, she kind of lay dormant for a while. There was an animated movie in the Batman animated universe that I heard was not very good, that I've never seen, and introduced a new version of Batwoman that had the red and black number. And Paul Dini, you might be seeing an image of it right now, Paul Dini was working with Alex Ross of a design for Batgirl that was the red and black suit, because she was supposed to heal her back in the Lazarus Pit. And they were like, no, we don't want to do that. And so that got repurposed into Kate Kane in 52.
Which is amazing. So Kate Kane's Batwoman character was created by Greg Rucka, Jeff Johns, Grant Morrison, Mark Waid, Keith Giffen, and Alex Ross for the costume.
Then that was because those were all the writers of 52, although I've always heard Greg Rucka most associated with her specifically.
That's amazing.
He wrote her in Detective Comics and also Final Crisis Revelations, which if you can find anywhere, I recommend. It's really good.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. But also, he tweeted out about this announcement, which was pretty cool. He wrote on Twitter, "Not that anyone asked me, nor does it matter, but I quite like Ruby Rose. Her Kate will be down to what the writers do." Did I read that right? Yes, I did. But yes, first appeared in 52, and CW did release a little snippet, a little blurb about her. You want to read it?
Sure. Armed with a passion for social justice and a flair for speaking her mind, Kate Kane soars onto the streets of Gotham as Batwoman, an out lesbian and highly trained street fighter primed to snuff out the falling city's criminal resurgence. But don't call her a hero yet. In a city desperate for a savior, Kate must overcome her own demons before embracing the call to be Gotham's symbol of hope.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow. So we talked about that. I'm excited to see her. Her costume is one of my favorite. I love the flares of red and black and the way
it's a great combo.
And she's usually like ghost white pale, and so that contrast with the red and the black has always been a really cool aesthetic. And whatever they come up with, I feel like it's going to look pretty cool. I do trust a Bat costume with the Arrow costume designers. I feel like that's more up their alley than like Flash, like a really mechanical suit. So I think they're going to do a good job. But we know that this year's big crossover between the shows is going to deal with Batwoman and going to Gotham, which is really cool. Any more details past that, they have not announced yet, but they have announced Ruby Rose. So
we do know that Legends is not supposed to be a part of that.
Which is weird. Yeah. It bumps me out, because I do like when they shove everybody in
but there. I've still heard it referred to as a 4-part crossover, which makes me wonder, is Black Lightning going to be involved? Which would be cool.
Yeah, but usually, we don't know. That's the thing, is we don't know, but we do.
But we can't speculate.
Exactly. That's the whole point of this show. So, what do we think about her series? What could be a good pitch for what she deals with? Or what would be a good pitch for the crossover? I think you could start a threat within the crossover. This is my official pitch. Write my name on it. I think you start with the whole Arrow gang having to deal with Intergang, and they usually have Intergang is in DC Comics. They're a gang of people that usually do dealings with alien technology, usually Apocalypton, but you don't have to do that. You can just be alien, and you could have them opening portals between universes and causing all kind of ruckus from Gotham. So you start bringing everybody in from other universe, or from like the Arrow universe, from Supergirl's universe, and they're at Gotham, wherever that is supposed to be. You could write away any other problems that you have with that, and I think that'd be a kind of a cool way of dealing with that. And then Intergang doesn't need to be snuffed out, the entire gang, in one like episode. It could be like the main threat is taken down, but they're still like out there in Gotham causing trouble. So Batwoman in her series could be taking down, like Mannheim is one of the big people behind that. You have a lot of like animal themed villains, which I'm always a fan of. I always think that's really cool. And I would recommend doing like a 13 episode arc like they've done with Black Lightning, and I think they're doing that again.
That would make sense because it's a mid-season pickup if they do it, and it's a good way to like ease in. It's worked for them with Black Lightning. It's worked for them with Legends of Tomorrow. I think it might be a good way, and I would imagine Ruby Rose is not the cheapest actress they could have gone with, so maybe a lower episode order. And also, there's so many of these shows, man. At a certain point, we can't give them all like 22.
Why?
I just, man.
Why?
Give
no
more,
more Jane the Virgin or Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. There's room.
No,
you can give them.
Just give us 13 episode seasons, man. It's where it's at. I don't know about the crossover. I think your pitch is really good because they do have to find an excuse to get these other characters involved. And it's tougher with Arrow and Flash. Like, why are they? Because we're under the assumption there's been no confirmation, but we're under the assumption that Batwoman exists in Supergirl's world because we know Batman exists in that world
a lot, and
we know
also,
Bruce Wayne exists in Arrow, but we don't know if Batman. There's been hints that maybe, but Supergirl's been pretty explicit that yes, Batman exists in that world.
And one of the CW's heads of CW, they were like, yeah, Batman exists. He's like, yeah, out there, but whatever, doesn't matter. We don't need to touch him. But he's out there.
You don't have to, because it's like he wouldn't necessarily be involved in everything they're doing. So. It'd be interesting, and it'd be interesting if Black Lightning also takes place in the Supergirl universe, if they kind of build out this, Arrow, Flash, and Legends take place on Earth 1, Supergirl, Batwoman, and Black Lightning take place on Earth 38? 36? One of those worlds?
There you go.
So they each have their own little pockets and their own little ways of doing things. I think on the show, Batwoman has a few of her own rogues. There's the Weeping Woman.
She's really new, so it's kind of hard.
But I think this is a good way to bring in some lesser Batman rogues, kind of like what Green Arrow did.
And Gotham.
Yeah, and the implication is based on that little blurb that CW put out is that Batman is not around Gotham currently.
Yeah, vacation.
Hey man, we all need one.
You do need a break every once in a while. Also, I wanted to read in the chat, Grinny Weasley is joining us. Hello, I hear we're talking about DC TV, and I'm here to show my excitement for Ruby Rose being Batwoman. Also, Lance Sander. I've always had a soft spot for Arrow because it started the whole thing off, and the first couple seasons were really good. Hey, there's a couple. The most recent one wasn't. The one before that was good. Season 5 was good.
I think these shows have done their best work with more grounded street level villains, and so I think that will work in Batwoman's favor.
Yes, and Gadget's always a fan of those. Have a Arrow does that, but you can still have a ride a
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
But in a lot of ways, it has the potential to be like Supergirl when it first came out. Was like, for me, it was, oh shit, this is the Superman show I wanted.
Yes,
and now it's just Supergirl. This has the potential to be like cool, a Batman show, and I don't think it's any accident that we're getting Batwoman and Gotham confirmed for this world as Gotham leaves. As Gotham leaves the airwaves. So there's not a competing TV show using the same characters.
Which is cool. And I'm a big fan of Ruby Rose, and she was great. I mean, we're going to talk about the Meg later.
Yeah.
I liked her in that.
Yeah, I did like her that. She's great in Orange is the New Black. I really liked her in John Wick. Yeah, I think I am really excited for the casting. I think she's perfect for the role. She was just on Jimmy Fallon, and she seems super excited about it. Turns out she like grew up with bats, like her mom raised bats or something.
Oh, that's what the whole like. There's like a thing online where they're like, "Yes, she's a Batwoman," and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what's going on there? But it's a really cool opportunity to do some really cool stuff, and I'm really excited. As much as every year I'm like, ooh, wow, there's so many of these shows, I'm a little burned out. And then like, hey, Batwoman with Ruby Rose, damn it, yeah, sure.
And like even like
I'm excited about
like
it.
Black Lightning I was excited about, but lesser known, so you didn't know.
Yeah.
But like then we found out it's one of the best like made seasons of any of those shows, period. It's
Yeah.
so well done and the characters are great. So I think they're kind of getting in a groove, and I'm excited to see what they do with that one. But guys, let us know what you think. What do you think is going to be happening during the crossover? Or if she gets her own series, what's that going to be all about? But make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification icon for when new videos come out. And also check out our Twitch show, Thursdays, 4 p.m. PST, twitch.tv/playnoggin. But where can they go to find all this information?
OnlyStupidAnswers.com. You can find our podcast. You can find our new show with Trisha Hirschberger, Hard to Say Goodbye, and everything else you want to know.
DJ Talks
about
Trash,
what we're doing.
Sam Basher on Twitter. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.